Hello, welcome to the weather update. It's January 26th, and it's almost 10 o'clock, and you can see the clouds are pretty much with us for much of the day today, thinning out a little bit tonight, but more or less plenty of clouds. I'll show you what it looked like today. You see this afternoon here by the lake here, and Wantar, and you can see just a deck of clouds overhead. A little bit of sun trying to get through the trees there, but not too much going on. And then we had quite a bit of flow after all the rain we've had at the waterfalls here. It was nice to watch. Another look at that flow this evening. And we go and we look at what it looked like at Rockville Center by the water, and you can see the clouds thinning out at this time. You can see they're thinning out, but we're still partly cloudy. You still have some clouds around across the area right now. Temperatures have dropped to around 41 degrees, so if we look at Farmingdale right now, you can see it's 41, but it was above normal again today. We got into the mid-40s again today. You can see all the 45 degrees here at Farmingdale. So it still got up into the mid-40s, although the high will be registered as of the midnight high. But you can see temperatures pretty much stayed well above normal throughout the evening. That rain let up around, I guess, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. And you can see the dew points slowly dropping. They didn't really start dropping until we got toward after sunrise, but the temperature stayed in the mid to upper 40s throughout much of the day today. So let's take a look and see what our rainfall reports were. We might actually have rainfall reports from the Weather Service, so we can actually take a look at those. We don't have to use the map. So let's bring this in a little more to the center, and we'll show you these rainfall reports here. And we'll scroll through the list here. Looks like almost 2 inches in parts of Fairfield County. Obviously, this is going to show Connecticut as well, 1.9, almost 2 inches in Milford. So a lot of areas near the 2-inch mark in Connecticut, on the coastal Connecticut, as well as New Jersey. So, yeah, look at that. As well as New Jersey, believe it or not, that's pretty incredible right there. So even though New Jersey, we still managed to get a decent amount of rain even in northern New Jersey. We'll have to take a look at southern New Jersey. Essex County, Veronia, 1.99 inches. Hudson County, 1.56 inches in Jersey City. Passaic County, 1.98 inches. And Union County, Springfield, 1.90 inches. So, yeah, lots and lots of rain out there. 1.58 in Brooklyn there. Hicksville in Nassau County, 1.83. And you can see here 1.82, Port Washington. So, yeah, a lot of areas that 1.5 to 2 inch amounts in Nassau County. Midtown Manhattan got 1.61, so 1.5 inches there. Orange County, 1.67 in the highest amounts there, though I think the higher amounts are, again, fairly consistent, that 1.5 to 2 inch range that we saw here. Rockland County, 1.92. Suffolk County, Bating Hollow, 1.95. Farmingvale, 1.87. Center Reach, 1.82. So you see close to 2 inches of rain in a lot of parts of Suffolk County. A lot. And Westchester, look at that. White Plains got 2 inches of rain as well. So let's go take a look at what we have as far as our wind gust reports. We'll go over to that right now, and you'll see here that wind gusts, we have, let's see, nothing terrible here in Connecticut, but look at Long Island, Suffolk County, Southold, gusts to 60 miles an hour. That's pretty impressive. Fire Island, 49 miles an hour. Napier, 48. So that the worst winds were out east more versus west. But some of these maritime stations here, 55 mile an hour gust, Manhattan downtown, 55 Shinnecock Hills as well. So yeah, pretty strong wind gusts out there. It was a pretty wild night last night. Very, miserable weather indeed. But yeah, we turned out to be way above normal today. We thought we would be in the low 40s. It got stayed in the mid and upper 40s throughout much of the day, which is, pretty incredible when you think about it. Let's take a look and see some more observations here on the map, and we will see how Lakehurst did today, as far as, because they might have gotten up to 50. No, that was midnight. We'll have to take a look at the highs on the map, but still the upper 40s, well above normal. Plenty of clouds, as you can see, breezy conditions. So let's take a look and see what. We'll first do the precipitation on this map here. So we'll do a 36 hour one, I guess we'll do. And we'll see how much rainfall here. So this gives you a map see how much rain. Maybe I should make this 48 hours already, just to make sure we have the whole event. And you'll see here those higher amounts toward the east end there. So yeah, quite a soaking last night. Quite a soaking indeed. A major soaking for the evening. Quite a soaking, as you see there. Just not great weather at all. It was just very wet, and it looks like they got a little less as you go into the southern part of New Jersey. A little bit, but then there's some higher amounts as you go even further south. So generally, most areas got over at least over an inch. Most, at least an inch, and generally most areas on Long Island got between 1.5 to 2 inches in that range of rainfall that we saw. Let's switch this over to historical setting, and we'll go look at the high temperatures for the day. What's going on here? I hit max temperature. Why is it thinking that we're okay? All right, so these are the highs. I guess this we'll have to use here. I don't know why it didn't want to work on the historical side. We'll use this. We'll use the latest instead. But you see mid-50s. This was as of after midnight, and you can see it got close to 60 in Jersey. So very much above normal today. Quite a departure from normal. Again, with the temperatures today. You'll see here. So the Weather Service reports, we'll take a look and we'll see here. But let's go take a look at the climate setting, and we'll just show you how much rain is falling in Islip and how much we are above normal for temperatures for the month as well as rainfall. So let's see. Since January, almost 5 inches of rain at Islip. Normal is 3.12, so well above we're supposed to see for this time of the year. And, of course, the temperatures, we were, oh, my gosh, 19 degrees above normal today at Islip. That's incredible. So this is going to be one of the warmest Januaries on record. And I'm just curious to take a look and see what the preliminary, I should go back to that and look at what the preliminary data is, preliminary monthly data for Islip. And we'll see how much above normal Islip has been so far. So the average monthly has been 41.3. So we're averaging about 9.3 degrees above normal for January. That's got to be a record. That's incredible. That is incredible. So let's go and look at the Weather Prediction Center. And we'll go here and we'll see. No big storm systems now. It looks like it's quieted down across the country, as you see. No severe weather, quiet. We have a quiet pattern, but it's not going to get all that cold so far when we look at things. So let's go take a look at the model setup, and we'll first start with our jet stream pattern, and we'll go to 250 here, and you'll see here, again, that slight bullish trough doesn't really dig down that far, so we don't really get into any really cold air. And you'll see here the pattern. This is, again, the 18Z GFS. So, again, that kind of favors above normal. You can see there's a pretty strong jet stream over us next week. And then following that, there's a little bit of cold air that tries to come down. But still not a really great setup if we want to see prolonged cold weather in the east, or snow for that matter. So we'll go to the upper air now. And you'll see here is the trough that is coming in. Like, it's like it's this broad bowl-like trough here. But you can see here, that is when we'll have a shot of cold air around the end of next week. But then after that, it looks like maybe another shot. But it's not going to be prolonged. It will be around for a couple days, and it'll be gone. You see, we don't really have the blocking Greenland. We don't have the proper setup for that to happen. As the cold air, whatever cold air there is, remains up. Most of it remains up north of the border in Canada. So now that we've seen that, and we could look at the European, but I'm not even going to bother with that because there's not really going to be much variation, and the track record of the European has been pretty poor lately, so I don't really want to even look at it, to tell you the truth. So look at our temperature anomaly chart as we head into your Friday, and you can see still a little bit above normal. Then we go above normal Saturday. You can see the cold air kind of working into the upper Midwest there. Still dealing with warm weather Sunday. Still above normal Monday. Then we start seeing things cool down. Like the last day of the month, we'll start seeing things cool down. And you can see a little bit of near average temperatures, and then we get a little shot of cold air next Thursday into Friday, a little shot, but then it goes above normal again, and then there's another shot there. But at least it looks like it's trying to bring some cold air down at least. So that's encouraging. This is the 18Z GFS. That has a tendency to do that compared to some of the other runs, but it looks like we see some improvement. Some improvement. So let's go look at the surface right now, and you'll see here the surface map. And as we head into tomorrow, you got this weak high pressure. Unfortunately, it's not enough to keep the skies clear. And then you see that it becomes oriented over the southeast. That brings warmer weather in for the weekend. Here comes the next slight chance of rain for Sunday night into Monday. There's a low that develops along that front, but it stays offshore. It's a relatively flat pattern. And here comes the next system here. That stays to the south. And you see we have high pressure trying to build in, and that should give us hopefully some nice cold sunny weather. Perhaps we'll finally get some of that in as we head into February. But still, it's not looking like we see any big snowstorms here at all yet. So we're still waiting for the first measurable snowfall in Central Park, and we still don't have any idea when that's going to happen. It's most certainly not going to happen before the 29th. So we're going to be breaking that all-time record since the 1800s at Central Park. So taking a closer look at what's going on across our area, let's take a look at the HRRR model as we'll take a look. We head into the weekend here. We'll look at the 0Z run. Obviously, not much in the way of precipitation. There may be a stray flurry or a couple of raindrops tomorrow with a little bit of instability in the afternoon. Instability trough moving through. Then as far as Saturday goes, you see that southwesterly flow developing there. So let's go look at our dew points and wind flow. And you'll see we stay in relatively dry air, west flow. Then as we head to Saturday, you see it become more southwesterly. That's what's going to bring in the warmer temperatures for Saturday. We're above normal as it is, but we'll be much, much more above normal as we head towards Saturday. So tonight, maybe we'll have temperatures drop to around 30 degrees. Maybe we'll actually get below freezing tonight. Haven't been there in a while. And then tomorrow, again, models seem to be underestimating how warm we're getting. I still think we're going to see low 40s for tomorrow for highs. It'll be a little cooler than today for highs. And then at night, maybe dropping to around the freezing mark. And then as we get into Saturday, yeah, here we go. We warm it up well into the mid to upper 40s. Could be 50 degrees, perhaps inland. So, yeah, here we go again with it warming up. So let's go now look at the GFS and look at our temperatures and wind flow as we head beyond that. So Saturday, you can see here we go into Sunday, southerly flow. This is going to be ahead of that front. And then you can see the front approaching Monday and then moving through Tuesday. And you can see this is much drier air. So it's going to be colder air. It's going to be seasonably cold. And then as we head into Wednesday, you can sort of see that front off to the south there, but there's not really any troughs or anything like that. But here we go. Here's that purple. That's a little taste of Arctic air that we might get Thursday into Friday. North winds, northwest winds. That's the Arctic air mass there. But then you see what happens. It sticks around for just a couple days, and then we have the west flow, and then another punch of cold comes through into February. But you can see at least we have some punches of cold weather coming through as we get into February. This is encouraging. So we have some encouragement that it might actually start feeling like winter around here eventually. So dealing with warmth on the weekend, Monday, still above normal, but now Tuesday, we're near normal with highs in the mid to upper 30s, lows at night in the 20s. Wednesday, still in the 30s, so still near average. We're finally near normal at least. And then for Thursday, we go below normal. We actually have a cold day where highs don't make it above freezing. Imagine that. And we'll also have that on Friday as well. Highs probably in the upper 20s. But then that lifts out. We start moderating on the following weekend. And then here we are as we head into later into February. But here comes another punch of cold air. So the good news is at least we'll have a couple of punches of cold air, though in between we will have warmth. So it's not going to sustain itself, but at least we'll have something. And could that possibly bring snow? Well, we can just have fun and look at the total accumulated snowfall right now. And so far, it's not showing anything through February 11th. But that could change. At least we're seeing a little more promise for some more winter weather in our area. So lastly, let's go look at the skies. and we'll go to the RGM for that, and go ahead and look at the skies for the next couple of days. And this is where it gets a little tricky because the models underestimated the cloud cover today, and they most likely will tomorrow. RGM gives us mostly sunny conditions until later in the afternoon. Saturday, we start off with mostly sunny conditions before the cirrus comes in. All right. However, again, the models are not agreeing on this. All right. FV3, which is the high resolution GFS, we only have out till 10 hours on this one. All right. We'd have to go look at an older run from 12Z. And again, high resolution GFS also showing not too much in the way of cloudiness. However, let's click this and you'll see what I mean about moisture in the air. See how close these are? The temperature and the dew point. That, to me, indicates that there's going to be a lot of clouds around tomorrow. I think there will be a lot of clouds around tomorrow. I really do. I really do think there's going to be a lot of clouds around tomorrow. And we're going to have to deal with those clouds, unfortunately. And as far as Saturday goes, maybe we can clear it out a little bit. But again, I think that cirrus is going to roll right in on us again. Let's go to the Ventus sky now and look at that. And you will see here that we have, again, this is the Ventus sky. This is the HRRR model. And this is the one that's going to bring in the clouds. And again, we're going to have plenty of clouds. Again, we're going to start in the morning with clear skies, but then it's going to be plenty of clouds. And you'll see all the clouds in there that'll pop up, especially as we get toward the afternoon. We're going to have a lot of clouds, as you see there. So I really don't hold out too much hope for mostly sunny skies tomorrow, unless you get up real early in the morning. Maybe then you will see some sunshine. But other than that, I just don't see it. I think we're going to have a lot of these clouds pop up. So when we look at the moisture levels in the air that we do, we're going to roll this back here to, let's see, 15Z, for instance, which is 10 o'clock. And again, you see these numbers. These are fairly close together. So that's going to indicate plenty of clouds. I think we're going to see plenty of clouds for tomorrow. So I think that we are definitely going to be dealing with clouds tomorrow. And then as far as Saturday goes, maybe a little more sun, but then you're going to have to deal with more high clouds in the afternoon. Again, we need that cold air to really clear out the atmosphere, and we're going to have to, I think, wait for that, unfortunately. So I would say tomorrow, partly sunny. I don't think it's going to be a mostly sunny day, especially when you look at the satellite here. You see plenty of clouds down upstream. I just don't see it. Unfortunately. So let's now go to a few more things that I want to look at here in the long range. We'll go to the Climate Prediction Center. And we'll go look at that. And 6 to 10 day. This is a little bit encouraging. Has us on the edge of below normal temperatures. And look at that. A little bit below normal on the 8 to 14. So it's a little more encouraging. What can I say? We'll have to see if we get any snow out of this. But at least it's going to feel a little more like winter. And not this ridiculous warmth that we've been dealing with across the area. It's just been incredible. So I guess that's going to wrap up this weather update. I don't think we have a new report on the ice thing yet. I'll do that in the next one. But other than that, I know we're all sick of these clouds, but expect more of them tomorrow. You know what? Just one more thing we'll go to here. Go to the tropical tidbits here, and we'll just look at the regular GFS. Just to show you a trend. Now, obviously, the regular GFS looks a little more encouraging for tomorrow, but I think it's underestimating. Again, it's showing clear over Long Island, but if I hit this, look at how close the temperature and the dew point are. When you see that, you know there's going to be clouds because the air is going to be condensing. So at those levels, and that's the stratocumulus that we had today. So similar type of clouds today. Obviously, maybe Saturday we'll have more sun, but then more cirrus. Plenty of clouds for Sunday. Monday, clouds. Maybe we can clear it out on Tuesday, maybe. All right, but again, I think we're gonna have to wait for that colder air to get in and finally push these clouds away. That we'll have to wait for. And this is a whole week away on the GFS here, but it's showing it could be a very nice, mostly sunny day and cold temperatures, feeling like winter for a change in this non-winter we've been having. So I think call it non-winter because it just hasn't been like a winter at all. Not here anyway. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. Thank you for watching and have a good night.